Happy Taurus new moon, everyone. Page of Fire on the bottom of the deck to get us started. And happy Taurus season. The Hierophant, of course, is going to be the first card out in this reading for the collective. Our lunar pool for the collective right at the Taurus new moon. That Hierophant is joined by the King of Fire. Six of Air in our crowning thoughts. Again, this is for the collective, for any and all signs. We also have the Five of Air, the Five of Swords on the table, and the Ace of Earth. This is the recent past here. Three of Earth is in the future, so it looks very much like for a lot of you, a business opportunity that's come up in the recent past is allowing you to do work that you really truly love to do in the near future, or allowing you to find a very necessary collaboration for you. We have the Knight of Swords on the table. In your inner world, a lot of planning, hopefully a lot of frequent meditation, because I think it's a lot of very fast planning in our inner world, and so if there's not a lot of frequent meditation, then there is probably a lot of overthinking that isn't really helping the plans or the situation or helping you move forward. But in your inner world, you do feel focused and determined, and that can sometimes be why we are stubborn about making plans for the future so quickly, right? And then you have the Emperor in your outer world. For a lot of you, you are being seen as the boss, the leader of your life, the authority figure of your life. Again, I get a business owner for a lot of you. Your advice, your guidance here shows up as the Seven of Swords, Seven of Air. And then the Star card. Likely for a lot of you, a wish coming true. In the distant future here, and I think very much connected to this work that you love to do, or this very necessary collaboration that comes about here in the near future. So what we're talking about for the collective is the fact that we've started new routines now. We have new practices, new commitments at this time. We've been given an opportunity to improve our physical world, our health. And so the wealth, the security that we are capable of growing and owning and maintaining and enjoying. Like I said, for so many of you, it does come in the form of a business opportunity, because I see you stepping into the shoes of an entrepreneur here with the King of Fire, the King of Spears showing up for us. Whether it's a business opportunity or an opportunity within your family, because this is also definitely a family man that we see. It's someone or something that you feel very, very passionate about. Maybe someone who is joining your commitments, your routines. Who is an entrepreneur, a family man, or a very passionate individual. Could be specifically a fire sign, of course, Aries, Sag, or Leo, that some of us are joining commitments and routines with around this time. Yeah, that's it for some of you. I see that this is all rooted in a mental struggle, mental battles within you, someone very near to you, or verbal battles, right, between you and someone or multiple people. So in the root of the situation, there's been a fight, there's been a struggle. It does look like it's a mental battle. It's a mental struggle. Some of you had to fight for this opportunity to improve your health and wealth. Others, this fight, this battle, this struggle simply led to that opportunity, right? And I don't think it was simple. Simply was the wrong term there. But nonetheless, you do know when your ego is quiet, in your crowning thoughts, in your higher mind, that you are headed toward a calmer state of being. Maybe some of you actually relocating, moving. Some of the collective, yes, but certainly in a mental and emotional sense, you're headed toward less stress, away from chaos, away from those battles, tempers flaring, tempers raging, right? We're headed toward a calmer mental and emotional state. But I said that it looks like a wish coming true in the outcome, but it looks like a lot of times with the star card, and especially in this case, it looks like one that for most of us, we're granting ourselves, if that is to come to pass. The guidance seems to say that we are advised to take, to use what we truly believe is ours, what we truly believe belongs to us. Take, utilize, make use of, steal, take off with what truly belongs to you, what you know is yours, what you know is is truly meant for you. Even if no one is going to hand it to you, take it. If you know in your heart, in your soul, deep down, in the back of your mind, in the pit of your gut, if you know that it is meant for you. There's this, sense here, of course, with it being a sword that he's holding, of being told to fight with it, to wield it. Make use of it in a way that can benefit the world around you. There's something heroic. A lot of you are feeling pulled and called to do. It has to do with the business you're creating, with the work you're doing, or just how you're saving yourself, saving your family, in some sense, elevating yourselves. Let's get just one clarifier, one just additional piece of information about that star card. That can also be Aquarian energy that we see in the more distant future. There's Piscean energy here on the bottom of the deck, the Hangman, suggesting that you are in between. We are in between projects. We are in between moves at this point. Maybe in between locations, in between places. As I said, there's something heroic a lot of us are feeling called to do. But I think we feel we can't. A lot of you feel you can't make the next move yet. You're suspended in between two states of being. But I do think you know where you're headed. So the clarifiers, the additional cards that came out to add to the star card here is the Five of Swords, Five of Air again, and the Death card. So Pisces energy here, Taurus energy here, Aquarius energy here, Scorpio energy here, Aries energy here. But we have all the air signs, all the fire signs. It looks like being your own hero, granting yourself this wish, healing yourself or your situation is a matter of completely reinventing, completely reinventing these mental battles. With the star card, we're talking about rejuvenating yourself through a connection with spirit and nature in a way that no one and nothing else can truly heal and rejuvenate and re-energize you. We're talking about you bringing yourself back to life. or bringing something that's a part that you feel is a part of you, that you feel very intimately connected with, back to life. And as I said, I think you're already viewed as being this boss authority energy, very, very in charge, very much the ruler of your own situation. But what needs to be left behind, what you need to shed, I think, are these mental battles, is this mental struggle, whether it's verbal out loud with someone else, or just within you, or, as I said, for some of you, it's within, it was at least within someone close to you. Because we are talking about bringing yourself or something back to life, yes, but with the clarifier here, we see that there's a part of you or them or the situation that does have to die first. And what we're talking about letting go of, the part that's being shed, that's being left behind, it is this mental struggle, this fight that nobody wins, this battle that is lost before it begins, because it is that type. Someone may walk away feeling smug, but that doesn't mean that there is actually a victor. There is only loss and carnage, right? These types of battles that are over before they've been begun, that only lead to loss and no real victory, that's something that's being shed. Or whomever was lost in that battle, in the root of this situation, had to be lost and left behind in order for you to rebirth and bring yourself back to life, or something back to life here in the more distant future. And it's hope that spurs that rejuvenation. It's hope that you truly have a hold of. In the more distant future here, and that is what I see these mental struggles in the root of the situation were robbing the situation of. Exactly that. It was robbed of hope. That's why the way that those mental struggles are dealt with, whatever they are for you specifically, has to be, as I said, reinvented. I don't feel my conscious mind, my ego, that's struggling to piece all of this together in multiple specific storylines, doesn't really like the word reinvent there, to the point where I kept looking for another, and it remains as if I'm blocked from other words that I might use there. So I do think it's important to look at it like that. Definitely, that's the message. How those mental struggles are dealt with, how those battles are had, or how you view them, it needs to be completely reinvented. That's what we see happening moving forward from this new moon for the collective in general. So over the next week, 2 weeks, even over the next month for some of you. So that is our lunar pool for the 22nd, 23rd, moving forward for the collective. And I do hope that you all are making the most of Taurus season and continue to. And I will be back with more messages for us just as soon as I can be.